Hello, hello. Hi, Sirena Barefoot Gypsy. How are you? It's like this in a nutshell. If you're interested in microgreens, when you purchase one, like if you get a kit, get a second one. You start growing food, have a garden. Maybe set aside just one extra something. Because if we're buying non-GMO seeds, shouldn't you probably really only need seeds maybe one time, depending? I don't know, I'm really not a gardener, but I'm going to find out. Because then from your food, you grow more food. But see, when it's genetically modified, you can't do this. Are you getting it now? Everybody runs around with, oh, everything's a problem. Oh, yeah. We forgot how to think for ourselves because they do the thinking for us. You either want to stay there, puppet, or you want to get the frick out. Wake up, right? The power's within us. Research it. It's all out there. Start growing your own food. You won't go completely hungry, will you? Remember, there's a design, but there's also a way out. And I kept hearing, coming to collect. Coming to collect, I don't know, you want to call them ascended ones, you want to call them the ones that came home to themselves, you know, the ones that broke out of that was weird, the prison or whatever, however you want to put it, whatever resonates with you. Do the research, do yourself a favor though, or not. Do something. And, you know, we really hope and we would like to see you on higher vibration and living how you're supposed to live. Peace, love, and harmony. Yeah, it's a thing. But the holding of the hands and all that, this is a day and age. It's not, I heard go time. So you grow a little bit extra, and that way we can share that with other people. No one's asking you to break the bank or do a lot. I know I can't do a lot at this moment, but an extra thing of greens, you know, hey, it's an experiment. I'm learning about it. And I'm going as I'm learning and sharing as I'm learning. If every single person just did a little bit more, that really wouldn't really matter that much. I'm talking about in gardens and stuff, because we have to grow our own food if you want to be healthy and live and self-sufficient and take the external. See, once you come home to yourself or whatever, the God that's in you, right? And you break out of that matrix, the illusion of the control, it's an illusion, but it's all an illusion, because if you think of it like this, my opinion and way of putting it, okay? You think of the illusion like in your head, you know? that you can change your mind in a moment's instant, and you can then build on that moment to make your dream world. And the beauty part of it is we all kind of could have the same dream, but not every single one of them looks the exact same. So it's all just a little different. But the common consciousness goal, if focused properly in the moment, I heard your wish is my command. You guys are great. Collectively, that means all of us humans with our thoughts on the same outcome, but everybody's journey can be different, right? Hence the different colored houses or whatever. You know what I mean? Everyone's own style. That's the 3D part. But what matters in the whole part, what matters the most is the whole, right? But all of us make that whole. It's like having a styrofoam ball with chunks taken out of it. The whole, the source, the God wants all of its pieces back. However you want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? But together as a whole, collectively thinking and envisioning clean waters, a beautiful earth. There's more than enough food. Never will we ever run out of food. It wasn't designed that way. It was designed to be plentiful. But they need people to work the lands, to feed them food, to give them everything they want. And think of their food also as your energy. So if we could all run around being offended at each other because we're all pieces of shit at some point in our life, we're human, right? Born sin and all that. Collectively, maybe taking that thing, look up, set your sights higher, look up, look up, look up to higher vibrations. Think of it as levels to this shit. Whatever. We could put it in so many different ways, but it all boils down to one thing, and that's where raising your vibration, raising your consciousness, then you could see through the encryption. It's meant that way. That's how information gets out without being suppressed, because think about it. What came to your mind? We'll call that your reality. Mine is, I see things in what I read. If I'm drawn to the Bible, and I'm drawn to things in a completely opposite way. The same but different. Yes, it could be taken literally any other way depending on your perception and how, your perception is how you look at things. Looking through your eyes can be fooled and tricked all the time. Because as you know or may not know, your brain fills in. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all that. It makes things out of nothing. That's how you can see things. You know what I mean? Your brain makes... Okay. Anyway, hang on. I got to get a drink of water. Thanks. I desperately needed a drink. I forgot where I was at. So, collectively with the same vision. Yes, that's it. Freedom. I thought of this catchy little tune. I was like, man, I want to make a song out of this. Not like I'm a songwriter, but hey, you never know, right? I could be anything I want. I have so many talents. I'm pretty sure I have all of them. You come so many times. I guess you couldn't do everything, but yeah, you could do a lot. It's all there for the taking. Just come home and see. Wake up, right? It's coming home to yourself. Collectively, you see, we're setting our sights higher. We're looking at our dream. Because when you say look up, you think, why do you think they build a penthouses all the way on the top? No one's going to be, they're just the higher. So look up when it comes to yourself and the world. Why not? Look up. Collectively, with that vision of freedom, of love, of enough food, and doing whatever you want, coming from that higher place, though, think of it. People are going to say, well, there's going to be this, we got to have people governing. No. If you're operating from who you truly are and not in the matrix of this world, the illusion that we're nothing but just these beings to be here and work for them. No, I'm sorry. Not today. There's how many people really on this earth? I know there's not even if everybody, but if a quarter of the population was to just do one thing extra, collectively, that spreads out to a half. A quarter of these people right here I'll do these two. You have a quarter of people that each gave one extra of what they had. That would go to another quarter of people. That's half. If half the people gave one extra thing, I'm simply saying, I have a bean. I'm going to get an extra bean. And I'm going to give that bean, obviously on a different level. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? So maybe a bowl of beans. Each person, one extra bowl of beans will feed just as many as it gives. Look at it differently. Half the people gave one extra, which doesn't say you give a quarter, find another quarter, whatever. You know what I mean? Look at it. Just one extra of something. You know what I mean? If it's a plate, one extra plate. If it's, put it in context. If half the people did that, the whole would be taken care of. And that in itself would completely balance out and take care of everything else. Because you know why? When you do that, giving and freeing yourself from the bondage of all this effery when it's love. But we have to talk to people about power, and you're going to have money and wealth, because at the end of the day, most people, that's all they is their main thought. But whatever your wealth is, just knowing that everyone can live happy and eat and have water and clothes or whatever you want to do in your own little village. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? But whatever, coming together, we're all one community. Anyway, we're all one people. We're all one consciousness. So let's just come home to that. But, you know, the things I have written in my books are the simplest, the easiest in your face solutions that doesn't have to take billions of dollars from one or two people, but a portion from everyone, at least half, takes care of the whole. And any context you want, you know? But think of it small. You have 5 people. There's 5 Twinkies. They're like, you know what? I'm just going to get an extra, each person gets one extra one. They can then give one person, each person can give another person that, and then that does what? That's 5 other people. Double just like that. Odds. What are the odds? Business people, what are the odds? Think about it. I love you. Peace.